So the next contest is between boxers from the United States of America and Jordan. So there is 29-year-old Roscoe Hill. His opponent is part of the fighting family Eshish. This is Huthaifa Eshish, 22 years of age, in the Jordanian capital of Amman. He prevailing in an incident-filled contest yesterday. More on that in a moment as we see the 5 scoring judges will be the arbiters of this one using the 10-point must system. So Mr. Johnny Madden of France is our third man in the ring as the referee. So the route of progression for Roscoe Hill. Really impressive victory over the 2016 Olympic silver medalist Shabirjan Henry Martinez, and his use of range and reach and the space of the ring, very impressive indeed, particularly in the third round. As for Huthaifa Eshish, he prevailing on a 4-1 split in an incident-filled victory over Nicholas Pavlik of Poland, which included warnings being issued in rounds 2 and 3. So Roscoe Hill, 2021 World Championship silver medalist, taking up his flat-footed position on the perimeter of the boxing ring, and he possesses such an everlasting reach that he almost holds this position and dares his opponent to try and breach it. Those long arms practically serving as a moat around the target area, and if you want to get to the prize, you've got to try and come through that gap that he is able to present. Such is his reach, as evidenced by that right cross.
Beautiful work there from Hill. Such a rangy fighter. You really do have to box him like you're boxing a tall opponent because of that reach. Eshish needs to be slipping on the way in, getting his head off the centre line to create some openings.
Not only did he have the stature of a tall fighter, he almost exacerbates it by keeping his chin way up in the air, which is against every coaching manual, but he's got such faith in his reflexes and the gap that he's able to establish behind that lead left hand that he's confident that he can employ the layback with his chin way up in the air and it won't be reached by the opponent. Now a 2 or 3 phase attack could well put paid to that type of approach, but again it's going to take a boxer with fantastic footwork, conditioning and determination to keep the attack going, to try and tag that apparently open chin. That's how much range and reach is possessed in the armory of Roscoe Hill.
That was better from Eshish there. Attacking the body, it's the bigger area, the bigger target, and a lot easier to hit than the head. Especially when, like you said, Ron, his chin is so high and so hard to catch.
Roscoe Hill on the front foot in search of a left-right combination. And again, he moves so efficiently around the boxing ring, expends very little energy, and boxes at a tempo that suits him. Reaching for a right cross, steps in with a left jab to the body. Eshish celebrating a shot of his own. Double left hand from Eshish was an eye-catching cluster. Body then head.
Hill just needs to make sure that it doesn't look to the judges that he's being outworked here by Eshish.
Inside the final 30 seconds of this opening round, Roscoe Hill edging forwards. Double left jab, right cross to the body was a scoring combination for the American boxer in red. Eshish responds with a left jab to the body of his own. Right hand driven into the body of Roscoe Hill, where Eshish gets on the back foot. Reaching with a left jab and landing it to the torso is Roscoe Hill, reaching for the right cross, not too far away. Left jab to the body landed on the belt from Huthaifa Eshish. First round in the book. And it's a round that is being scored on a 3-2 split in favor of Eshish. Judges 2 and 3 preferring the work of Roscoe Hill. Now, what change in approach is that going to bring from Billy Walsh in his instructions to Roscoe Hill over in that red corner, because at this type of tempo, it's probably not going to be enough for Roscoe Hill to overturn the deficit that he faces.
Yeah, I was literally just saying, I think Eshish just may have edged it on the judges' scorecards there, just because he was outworking Hill slightly. So Hill, in this next round, needs to step up the pace, step up the tempo, use that long reach, use that jab, use that right hand to get himself back in front.
So the second round underway. Huthaifa Eshish bouncing out to centre ring. Roscoe Hill meeting him there, and altogether busier to begin this second round than he was in the first round, as he looks to get to work with his left jab. Counter right hand to the body from Eshish. Roscoe Hill edged out in the first round on a 3-2 split. Judges 2 and 3 preferring his work. Judges 1, 4 and 5 preferring the work of Eshish. Good left jab to the body from Eshish as Roscoe Hill, trying to operate out of the space of centre ring, lands a left jab from a mile away to the body of Eshish. Reaching for that same combination once again, sternum then solar plexus. Right hand in response from Eshish.
This is better from Hill now. He's stepping up the work rate a little bit more, getting that jab going, letting his hands go.
Approaching a minute gone in this second round. Beautiful counter left jab from Eshish, able to evade the straight punches. Roscoe Hill snaked out and find a home for his counter shot as he was spinning off to his left. Exchange of jabs to the body, counter left hand, a wonderfully picked punch from Eshish. There's the same shot once again. In between, there was a single shot success to the body from Roscoe Hill. Left jab to the body from Eshish. And the head has hardly been targeted by either boxer, which is wonderful intelligence for the 22-year-old Huthaifa Eshish, because he realizes just how difficult Hill's head is going to be to catch cleanly, and so concentrating his attacks on the body. And Roscoe Hill, well, that's a prominent part of his approach to the game, as he scores with a stab jab downstairs once again. But there, the same shot in response from Huthaifa Eshish.
Yeah, really good tactics there from Eshish. He's aiming for the body, the bigger target that can't move out of the way as fast as the head can.
So 2 minutes gone in the second round. It's almost been exclusive body punching we've witnessed here in round number 2. Roscoe Hill edged out in the first round on a 3-2 split, seeking to get on the front foot. Nice head movement from Eshish, came back with a counter, but then the counter was countered by a right cross upstairs from Roscoe Hill.
Hill just needs to be careful that he might be getting outworked again today in this second round.
So Roscoe Hill with a counter reverse 1-2, right hand then left jab. Oh, nice left hand landed upstairs, followed by a right hand success from Eshish during that exchange at centre ring. Roscoe Hill looking for the right hand, couldn't find the mark. The left jab to the body was altogether closer, as was the follow-up left jab. Roscoe Hill quickening his feet on the 10-second clapper. And the second round in the book, but Huthaifa Eshish demonstrating nerveless temperament to stand seemingly within reach of Roscoe Hill and work away to the body. Let's take a look at the scores. Roscoe Hill taking the second round unanimously. So we've got 3 tied scores of 19 points apiece. Judges 2 and 3 giving the second round to Roscoe Hill as they did the first. But despite losing the momentum, Huthaifa Eshish still very much in this contest. It is all square for judges 1, 4 and 5 with 3 minutes to go.
Really good work there from Hill. Pulling the score back. Eshish has also had good work in that round. Lots of really good body shots. Neglecting the head because the head was a harder target to hit. Hill is very elusive and very tricky and very difficult to catch, especially with headshots.
So into the third and final round then of a contest that is in the balance and up for grabs. Double jab start from Roscoe Hill. Huthaifa Eshish responding immediately. Eshish edged the first round on a 3-2 split. Hill took the second round unanimously. Nice left hook landed by Eshish as Hill was coming forward, but there's a cracking combination from Hill. checking the chin of Huthaifa Eshish. Eshish keeping his shape and scoring with a thrusting left hand to the body. Roscoe Hill dipping down low and snaking out those punches just above the belt line. Always a risk to go body hunting, of course, because usually it leaves one's head within punching range, but his arms are so long, Roscoe Hill, that he's able to perform a deep squat, shoot out straight punches, and his head still out of reach of the opponent. Very clever boxing from the American wearing red.
I was really impressed by how Hill was still managed to catch him with a backhand body shot as Eshish was running away.
Reaching down for a body shot once again, comes back up with a right cross. Roscoe Hill inaccurate with his right hand over the top. Huthaifa Eshish spoken to about his responsibility to keep his head up. So Roscoe Hill standing stock still in front of his opponent once again, inaccurate with the right hand, but reaching, scoring with a left jab. Eshish trying to respond with a left jab of his own. The referee from France, Mr. Johnny Madden, saying that the attempted body shot was low. Flashing left hook landed by Eshish. He celebrates it by raising his right glove in a manner of the Cuban boxers in days of yore. Oh, that's a cracking right hand reached on the right hand lead from Roscoe Hill. Wasn't set up by a jab, but as he tried to disengage, he did pay a price. Eshish able to touch him up as he was looking to retreat. Wonderful right hand lead once again, landed with a bent arm while backing up from Roscoe Hill. And Eshish is going to have to up his work rate here, because I think he's being outboxed in this third and final round, so he's got to produce some quality without reply or go through the gears and outwork Roscoe Hill, who lands with another raking right hand to the body with a palm turned down to the canvas. But this tempo suiting Roscoe Hill now, and Eshish has got to do something different, surely. Good jab to the body on the resumption from Eshish, attempting a left-right combination after Hill dropped down and scored with a jab downstairs.
We're into the last 10 seconds now.
Double left hand, the one to the body was an effective shot from Eshish. Tries a right hand to the body, he's celebrating, but I don't think he's done enough to win this round. But of course, what say the 5 scoring judges? I suspect that's more in hope rather than expectation from 22-year-old Huthaifa Eshish. He demonstrating the body language that feels he has done enough. A reminder of the context of the scores. Eshish took the first round on a 3-2 split. Roscoe Hill responded like the world-class operator he is, taking the second round unanimously to give us 3 scores of 20 points to 19. Judges 2 and 3 had Roscoe Hill up 20 points to 18. I think Roscoe Hill has done enough to take the final round, but what say the judges? If we hear the word unanimous, it will be Roscoe Hill all the way. And there is confirmation of a split decision victory for Roscoe Hill, the 2021 World Championship silver medalist, getting the verdict on a 4-1 split over Huthaifa Eshish of Jordan. And that's a very good response from Roscoe Hill, because he was edged out in the first round on a 3-2 split, responded to take the second unanimously, and in the third round he edged it on a 3-2 split once again. Credit to 22-year-old Huthaifa Eshish, never stopped competing, but I think by electing to box at a lower tempo in the third and final round, that played right into the wheelhouse of Roscoe Hill, who managed to pile up the points behind that retractable reach and edge his way over the line on a 4-1 split decision verdict.
A really good boxing there from hot stepping, hard hitting Hill there, and he's through to the next round. I think Eshish, just like you said, Ron, he just took his foot off the gas pedal, and I think he thought he'd see